Now, we met before. We're just talking about this off there. We met in Broome.
Yes, in Broome. Yeah, a year ago?
Yeah, pretty much a year ago, because it was around Shinju time, So,
yeah,
that's
so
pretty
there you go,
crazy.
old mates catching up.
Just having a chin wag, The reason why we met is because you're got something to do with the WA racing. You were the face.
That's right.
Of WA. Holly's now the face, I think.
Correct.
Yeah,
yes.
I had a chat with her earlier in the year as well. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's, racing is a big part of my life, and it always has been. So you would have just seen me take Richie home to the races and take my family.
Well, that's when it clicked for me because I didn't recognise you. I was like, oh, Nikki, she's so nice, but I hadn't actually recognised who you were. That we'd even had a conversation until that home date where you're at the race meet, and I'm like, wait a second, and then I'm like to my wife, I'm like, I know her, I met her. Yeah, sure. I'm like, no, I have, I swear. Yeah. So I thought that was a bit entertaining for me. I thought, realising a bit too late, but still, you must be very excited. We're right near the end. Mm-hmm. You've been holding on to this secret for who knows how long now. Mm-hmm. No matter what the result is, you've been holding on to this secret.
That's right.
You're ready to explode, right?
I think, I want to keep the secret for as long as I have to. Mm-hmm. And, it's been so long now. I can't wait for it all to come out.
Now, I don't want to, because I don't want to know the answer either. I'm one of the people that don't want to know.
You don't want a spoiler.
I don't want a spoiler at all. But after the finale's been filmed in Bali, right?
Correct.
So after that, there's no interaction period, right? Is it everyone just goes their own separate ways, no matter who won, who lost? Everyone's separate. You don't see any other contestants. You don't see anyone, right?
That's the idea. Yep. And the idea behind that is so that there is no spoilers, because I think it could become obvious if there's different girls catching up. Obviously, for Richie's catching up with one particular girl,
I think that might give it
away. But I think that's the whole idea of it. So, a lot of time and effort goes into, making this love story. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on. It's over a 6-month thing.
Yeah.
Just for us, and you can imagine, even before then, all of the, auditions and, all of that. I guess. Yeah, it's such a big thing, and people get really invested. Yep. Obviously, there's Team Nikki's and Team Alex's and Team Elena's, and
well, speaking of teams, you are a definite favourite. You've been a favourite since nearly the start, I think. Alex was definitely up there as well, as we can tell she's still there. Does that weigh on you? That pressure of people going like, "Oh, we're rooting for you. We're Team Nikki."
Well, I guess yes, pressure, but I think the outcome is already there, though. Yeah. So I can't. We can't change that. So I can only just sort of sit there and smile and be like, thanks.
I guess that's all you can do.
But it is, it's really humbling, and it makes me feel really special to know that I have so much support behind me. It's really.
You do
lovely.
have a lot of support behind you as well. We've seen the two. So you're at the top of everyone loves you. Then you had someone like Kira at one point who was right at the bottom, and no one liked her. That must feel really nice that people are actually liking you.
Yeah, and liking me for me. Putting yourself out there. I guess there's always that fear that you might not be liked, and in saying that, I'm sure there are people that don't like me. Not
maybe
always going
Team
to
Alex
please
or
everyone.
something,
Can't please everyone, Al, I guess. But it's really makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside to see the support that I have out there. Yeah, it's lovely.
Do you like watching it on TV? Do you watch every episode? Or are you kind of like, no, I can't look at myself?
Yeah.
Or...
Oh, it's taken me a long time to get used to seeing myself on the telly,
Yep.
and I think that now I'm finally used to it. It's going to wrap up, so I won't have to worry about it anymore.
Yep.
But my family got a taste of what it's like seeing, your big head on the telly, and they didn't like it either. So they've been teasing me for, a few weeks, and their time finally came around last week.
How did they respond? Because they're pretty straight. They're not there to mess around.
They, it's just very bizarre seeing yourself on TV, and at the very beginning, I used to watch with my knees in front of my eyes and just sort of peek out every now and then to be like, hey.
Yeah, I can understand that. You went on a bunch of dates. Did you have a particular favourite date while you were there? And if it does happen that you do end up with Richie, you're going to go on that date again without cameras?
My hometown date
Yep.
was my favourite, and yeah, I imagine if I am Richie's gal,
Plenty of
then
those.
he will be coming home for lots of barbecues, and attending race days is absolutely something we would do together.